Hello, everybody. What is going on, mi gente? This is finally the moment is freaking here. I've been pushing this for way too damn long. It's been probably like 2 months since that first time that I let it out into the world and said, "Hey guys, I'm making a podcast about my favorite geek stuff." And which we will get more into it in this episode. But before that, I just want to say this, I wanted to just let you guys know that yes, finally we're here. A lot of things have happened that have pushed me back in terms of putting out the first episode. I am a very, very picky person when it comes to making things look good. And I just, I'm just sitting down here and saying to myself, damn it, I really need to start this. I can't keep pushing this back. And there is only one way to get better. There is only one way to just keep, grow a community and connect with all of you guys, even though I know it's probably just going to be one person watching this for a very long time. And it's probably my other YouTube account. No, hopefully, no, it won't be just that. But yeah, the time is here. I've been working hard to create a very cool logo, to also make things pretty refreshing here, not just for me, but for you guys when watching the episodes, to be like, hey, I dig your background. I dig the stuff that you're a fan of. And it just feels good. And yeah, I am excited about this. And I am very much looking forward to talking to you guys about the things that I will be covering in this podcast. So, without any further ado, I would like to welcome you all officially to Binging Dragons. And there you have it. That is officially the very first time playing the Binging Dragons intro song, which, by the way, I will be updating as time goes. I really want to put in a few quotes from like Game of Thrones, Marvel, and whatnot. Uh, Probably mainly Game of Thrones. But now that we're talking about Game of Thrones, I think it's a good time to just get into the things that I will be covering in this podcast with you guys and the things that I look forward to, not only content wise, but as a community, pretty much. So yeah, let's get things going. I've got a little list over here. I don't know if you guys can see it. It seems like you can, but the very first thing, Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones will be the base of this podcast. But don't go anywhere, please. Not yet. Or ever, please. When I say that Game of Thrones will be the base of this podcast, yes, it means that I will be covering a lot of things about Game of Thrones. Also, when I say Game of Thrones, I mean the Game of Thrones universe, and I also want to say that I will include the A Song of Ice and Fire universe in general. Which, by the way, for those of you that don't know, the A Song of Ice and Fire universe, it is the book series of George R. R. Martin in which Game of Thrones is based off of. So if you've never read the books, you probably are just familiar with Game of Thrones, the show, and House of the Dragon. So yeah, when I say Game of Thrones, I mean the universe itself. Because there is, hopefully, but supposedly we are getting way more projects down the road. Just like Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, I believe is the one that will be coming out next year. So we'll definitely be talking about that and prepping and all of that. Um, when I say we, let me just go ahead and tell you guys my plan really is to not make this a only me. thing here on the podcast. My plan is to connect, to engage, and just have a good time with other content creators out there. Which, by the way, I have reached out to quite a few of them already. And for my surprise, because those are people that actually I have been uh, kind of looking up to since I started creating content around a year and a half ago. They said yes. And that gives me hope as well to the fact that other people that I absolutely love their content and love the way they go about their content, it makes me hopeful that they would probably be down to joining either for one episode for a full-on coverage of a season for Game of Thrones and other things. Again, I will be talking about the other things here in a few minutes. Um, but yeah, I am so excited. I've got someone already set up for the whole A Song of Ice and Fire, and I might add one more person to that, and who knows, we might even make it a four-person thing. But we gotta take things slow, step by step, and first figure out things here. Uh, by the way, you guys probably noticed already I have an accent. It's because English is not my main language. Spanish is. I'm from Puerto Rico, born and raised there. So, yes, a lot of times I'll probably say stuff in Spanish because I just can't remember how to say them in English. So if I say something in Spanish, I will let you guys know what I just said in English. And if I don't for any reason, and I'm in the heat of the moment, I forget about it to just tell you guys. Drop it in the comments, and I'll tell you guys exactly what I said. Or if I don't, then I don't know why, but I don't know. But hey, it'll be a good thing for you guys as well because you know what that means? It means you not only get a very, very good enjoyment of the geek stuff, but you will also learn Spanish. Look at that, damn it. Isn't that a good thing? I think it is. A Babbel, a Duolingo. I'm here if you want to sponsor. um, but yeah, no, all jokes aside, it's not really a joke. If down the road Duolingo or Babbel or whatever, they want to, do something with me, who knows? I'll be down. Um, with that being said, when I say speaking about the A Song of Ice and Fire book series, I don't want you guys to think that this will be a book, uh, full on book community, because as much as I love, and I'm starting to get more into the whole book verse, to call it that, I'm just gonna do A Song of Ice and Fire because it's strongly connected to Game of Thrones and the whole universe of Game of Thrones. Um, so yes, that would be the only book series that we will be talking about here on the show or on the podcast, on the show, whatever. Um, and with that being said, uh, yes, it will include when I say A Song of Ice and Fire as well. It includes stuff like A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. It's somewhere up here, right there. I've got the World of Ice and Fire, um, Fire and Blood, of course. All of that is the world of Ice and Fire. Damn it, I almost can't speak now. But hey, I still got a few minutes left, so I better get my shit straight now. uh, what else? What else? I think when it comes to House of the Dragon, we all know by now, and if you don't, then now you'll know that the second season will be coming out in this summer. We still don't know if it's gonna be early summer or if it's gonna be late summer. The last time, as in for House of the Dragon season one, The that first season came out in August, I believe it was, so it was late summer. And a few weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken, we saw a there was a news article. It might have been last week, maybe. There was an article saying that there were some reshoots for House of the Dragon season two, which I believe it said that they were going to take around a month to go through. And if you go a little bit further back, um, Matt Smith, uh, Damon's actor, he said, I think, I remember reading something about supposedly him saying that the show was gonna start in August, so maybe he knew already that reshoots were gonna be uh, going on, and that yeah, it wasn't gonna be an early summer release. So yeah, we're probably there's a very good chance that we will be getting House of the Dragon season two uh, during late summer. So there's that. Um, I don't know if I've got anything else that has to do with Game of Thrones. Let me see. Game of Thrones, The Song of Ice and Fire, House of the Dragon. I'm excited, man. I'm super, super excited. I am reading. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys this. I am reading A Song of Ice and Fire for the very first time. I have been mind blown, really, because I recently finished A Game of Thrones, which is the very first book. I haven't that was like a month ago, really, at this point. Um, and the plan was to read it and share it with you guys with my other host. There's been a few things happening again where we have not been able to get together, and that was one of the main reasons why I had not started the podcast yet. Uh, so yeah, uh, but wait for it because it is going to happen very, very soon. And I'm talking about, who knows, maybe this weekend we'll record and it'll come out sometime next week. And if not, then most definitely next week we are going to record that podcast. Because I am right now stuck in terms of moving on with the story of A Song of Ice and Fire. Uh, because I really want to share that moment of me going through the books for the first time, you know. Uh, but my next book is you might be able to see it there, maybe not. It's not very clear, but it is Clash of Kings. That is my next book, which is book two of the series, and then just I'll keep moving on with that. Damn it, I need a little bit of. I don't have my water here, but whatever. Losing my voice a little bit. Um, yeah, Clash of Kings. That is going to be my next book, and the way the first one ended, and being someone who has rewatched, I've watched Game of Thrones probably around three, four times, and yes, I know the last season it is not the favorite for probably none of us. It does have quite a few moments that I believe are very, very good. But I'll leave that for some other day because, of course, one of the big plans is to rewatch Game of Thrones and do an episode per episode thing here on the podcast and cover the whole show. And then, of course, a rewatch of House of the Dragon, which I have not done yet. So I'm very excited about that. Watch House of the Dragon season one in preparation for House of the Dragon season two. Um, so yeah, there's too much to talk about, really. There are so many things to talk about, and I'm again over the moon, super excited, so damn hyped to get things going here with you guys, which it's starting now. It's we're in it, damn it, we're in it right now. Um, uh, I think we might that might be it for now. And I'll tell you guys right now, we are already going a little bit downhill when it comes to this episode because all the other things are more, yeah, there's not a whole lot to talk about. Um, I mean, they're big fandoms because, yes, I want to talk about my, my favorite fandoms and others that, another one that really is not my favorite fandom, but I find it pretty cool, and I've been watching all of it here recently. So, yeah, I think it's a pretty good way to get things going with all the other content. Because, like I said, yes, Game of Thrones is going to be the base, the foundation of this podcast, but it doesn't mean it's going to be the one and only thing that we'll be covering. When I say that, is it means that we will be covering Marvel. Yes, I love Marvel. As you guys can probably see, uh yes, I don't think Marvel is in the supposed shambles that some people like to say. Superhero fatigue, if you think it exists, then cool. I love this world and I'm in it uh, in the good, and I'm gonna be in it in the bad. Not that I think that the things that have been coming out have been bad when I say that. So I'm just trying to say that I'm gonna be in this no matter what. Um, with that being said, I want to be covering the Marvel shows as they come out, Marvel movies. Uh, it would be very, very cool, I think, to do a Marvel, maybe the Infinity Saga rewatch. I think that would actually be very, very good. Um, I would also be down to rewatching some of the Disney shows that have come out. I can there's just so many possibilities when it comes to Marvel as well because it's a fandom. It's a fandom that has so much content. There is so much put out there throughout the years. So I'm pretty excited, really. And it probably will be more about the MCU. And yes, of course, the Sonyverse because of Spider-Man. You probably, well, you can see my Funko Pops up there, Spider-Man ones. But yeah, Spider-Man is my favorite superhero. So depending on of like where it's at, as in Spider-Man, Sonyverse, or with Disney or whatever it is, I will be watching. So, and yes, we got Madam Web here coming soon. Uh, who knows? Maybe that can be a movie we cover on the podcast. It's coming out very very soon, and there is a lot of talk behind it. And most of it not good. I haven't watched the trailer. I'm usually someone that loves watching trailers, but I haven't watched the trailer for this one. So I don't know. Maybe that'll help me whenever it comes out. Who knows? We'll see what happens there. With that being said, I think that might cover, yeah, shows, movies. Uh, I believe that covers pretty much everything when it comes to Marvel for now. Um, the next thing, it's the fandom that I was telling you guys that even though it is not my favorite fandom, because I don't know all of it, all about it, like the lore and whatnot. I don't know to like the way I know Marvel and even Marvel. There's a lot of things I never really read the comic books, just here and there. I'm just more based off of like the MCU and like the OG Fox movies and all of that, but mainly MCU. So yeah, just Throwing that out there. But the next thing is Star Wars. This one has me super excited because there are a lot, there's quite a few content creators out there that I am so happy that I have managed to connect with. And they're like, we're mutuals. Uh, and I'm excited to really just sit down and talk to them because they know quite a bit about this uh, awesome story. Because, yes, Star Wars is freaking awesome. And of course, Star Wars is for everyone. Because, of course, I've seen that whole BS about women and Star Wars. So, yeah, Star Wars is literally for everyone. But yeah, I'm very excited about Star Wars. Oh my God. Now I'm a little bit scared that I've probably been saying, but yeah, but I almost said it again. It's one of those things. I bet we all say shit like that. I remember one of my favorite creators and you know movies are therapy. Chris, Kid freaking Laser from Streaming Things. He's freaking awesome. He's one of my internet friends. Um, I remember him talking about saying a whole bunch of times, 100%, in some of the episodes, and it's happening to me now with the. But yeah. Anyways, back to Star Wars. I'm super looking forward to this because of those reasons of sitting down and talking with these other awesome content creators and just have them guide me, guide me through this vast universe, you know? And there are so many things to talk about. I have been watching all of the shows. It's just that I haven't rewatched the main movies in such a long time. And actually, I don't think I watched the last Star Wars movie. Just to tell you guys a little bit of myself as a Star Wars like pretty normal fan. Um, my favorite Star Wars movie is Rogue One. My favorite Star Wars TV show is Andor. That's all I'm gonna say. I know that that could be a hot take for a lot of you. Uh, it is not for a lot of other people because I've talked to them and they're real, damn it, and they are not AI. They told me that they also love Rogue One and it's their favorite movie and they love Andor. So I am not freaking alone in this. Um, I hope I haven't been saying a whole lot. Anyways, that would be it with Star Wars. Really, who knows? Again, we might do a full on rewatch of the Star Wars movies and go and see where that takes us. Um, I feel like there was one more fandom here that I did not write down. So now I'm a little bit like, oh shit, I'm gonna forget. I'm forgetting something. Uh, but whatever. It don't matter. If I remember, then I'll just say it in the next episode, or I'll put it in the description or whatever. Man, by the way, this shirt, I freaking love this shirt. This is a House of the Dragon shirt, by the way, from Buck's Launch. Um, Next thing, TV shows. Yes, there I do want to cover. There are quite a few TV shows that I also watched, so I hope that with time I get to do this full time and I would be able to just cover as many TV shows that come out and that I'm interested in. So, for example, I have been watching True Detective season 4, and oh my god. This show, I would love to cover this show, really. So we'll see now that we're getting things going. The ball is rolling now. Who knows? Maybe there can be an episode of talking about True Detective season 4. By the way, I haven't watched True Detective season 1 through 3. So, yeah, that could be a thing. That could be a thing, really. And now that supposedly this season connects more specifically with season 1, I'm very excited. And by the way, I watched probably like the first 15 minutes of True Detective season 1, and I'm intrigued. I'm down to watching that. It's just that this last week had a lot of things going on. But yeah, random TV shows. Oh, The Last of Us. That is the other thing. That is my other big fandom, which I have talked about it more maybe on my regular Crossrodz channel, and definitely on my social media platforms of like TikTok and Instagram and whatnot. I have most definitely talked about The Last of Us. That is one of my dear beloved stories, my favorite game, story game, um, and the show I thought was done really, really good. I'm a huge fan. So expect a lot of The Last of Us. That, yes, most definitely. Um, and if you're into gaming and all of that, I am not the biggest streamer. I'm not. Which, by the way, that leads me into let me write it down here, uh, because that was something that I wanted to talk about, and I don't want to forget about it. Yeah, if you guys are into streaming or watching games and whatnot, I also stream. But I will tell you guys, I don't stream everything and anything. I just stream things that I know I'm gonna like. And like The Last of Us, the remastered for part two came out, I will most definitely be streaming that. So yeah, if you guys are interested, go check me out at Crossrodz. Hopefully, I'll put it here. If not, I'll put it here wherever it is. If not, I'm also tagging it. It's tagged on my um, channel, as in here in Binging Dragons. It's connected also to Crossroads, so you can go find me like that. But again, I'm gonna put it here on the description of the video. Um, where was I? TV shows. Yeah, I really want to cover uh, you know, TV shows that aren't really part of a fandom. Uh, True Detective is a great example, even though there's been 4 seasons now, but it's not really like a huge fandom or anything. Um, and yeah, next thing, random movies. I most definitely, if I watched a movie, you there's a very good chance that I'm gonna sit down here with someone. I'm actually trying to get my wife to like do a few podcasts, a few episodes with me. Um, she doesn't like to show her face, so she'll probably be sitting down over there, and you guys will just listen to her. And until one day she decides to show her face, or maybe she has a VTuber thing with a very cool avatar, so maybe we can do that. Um, but yeah, random movies. Most definitely, I want to be doing uh, random movies covered here on the podcast, and hopefully with other hosts. Now, the thing that I wrote down that I really did not want to forget is something that I will be. Oh, how do I say? It won't be. I don't think I'll be doing it from the get go. I firstly I want to get comfortable making the podcasts, and even like I tell you the truth, it's crazy how the more you start doing something, the more comfortable you feel with, and it's just a matter of getting your feet wet, really. And the reason I'm saying that it's because right now I feel way 10 times more comfortable. I even just, I think I started like up here and now I'm like back here, pretty like chill, relaxed, really. Uh, because yes, I was a little bit nervous when this episode started, damn it. Um, but the thing that I wrote down is live streams. Live streams is something that I want to do here on the podcast. Um, it could be just me thing, or hopefully with another host. I don't know. But yeah, do live streams here, and that way I feel like it's such a great opportunity to like connect with all of you guys. So yes, I'm excited for that one. I'm glad that I have this little notepad here and I get to write down things fast because if not, I would have definitely forgotten about that. I think we've covered everything right now. There are most definitely things that will improve as I keep going and as I keep putting episodes out, and who knows, maybe there are other things that I don't know right now, that will be like, you know what, I think that is a very very good opportunity to, I don't know, cover and talk about and whatnot. uh, a big example would be, one second, a very good example would be actually the new show from the video game Fallout. I think that looks really, really good. And I have never played the games. So, there is a very good chance, I think that comes out in March. So, there's a very good chance that I might play the games before the show comes out. But I also have two people in mind right now that I know are huge fans of Fallout, the games. So, and I for sure know that they will be covering the TV show on their TikToks and whatnot. So, I feel now that like I've said so many times. It's so hard not to. But yeah, that is another very good example of things that might get added as time goes, you know. But for the most part, again, the foundation of the podcast, the main branch, the main timeline will be Game of Thrones, the universe, House of the Dragon, and whatever other shows come out, or who knows, even movies. There's been little rumors coming out in the last like year and a half or so of possibly even a movie uh, uh, for Game of Thrones. So, and what else? Oh, A Song of Ice and Fire, most definitely. Um, but we will have this vast multiverse of topics, of fandoms, uh, put into this. So, like I said, Marvel, Star Wars, other random TV shows. I love HBO. That's my favorite network. I feel like the shows, the projects that they put out are just incredible. So there might be a lot of them that are from HBO because that is probably the streaming service I watch the most, or Max. Uh, and then we also said random movies and live streams. Actually, those live streams I think would be great when it comes to the books, as in reading A Song of Ice and Fire, because we could do sort of a book club, be like, hey, on Thursdays, I'm gonna do live videos, and it's gonna be for reading A Song of Ice and Fire. Mm, I don't know. I'm a write it down here because I feel like it would be something you guys would enjoy a whole lot. Um, I think we have gotten to the end of this episode. I can't believe I've been talking for like more than 30 minutes because I said I was gonna keep this probably around 15 minutes. Um, but I just feel, like I said, I feel comfortable. I'm excited about this. I swear I could just probably, if I had the other guy that I'm gonna talk about A Song of Ice and Fire with ready, like right now, I would friggin' do the next episode right now. Um, but I don't know. Maybe yeah. eh, We'll see whatever happens. Anyways, I think that we have gotten to the end of things in this episode. Uh, if there is anything you guys would like to see me or just watch me cover with other people, drop it in the comments. Yeah, I would love to put it on the list and see how things work and how I can manage to do it. But I'm so excited about this. I know that this will probably be only one, two people, three at most watching. To all of you, thank you. Please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. Drop that like because it really helps a lot. This video will probably be dropping on YouTube, but the plan is for it to come out on Spotify as well and like everywhere where there are podcasts. So I just gotta figure out how to do that. I think it's easy, but hey, I don't know. We'll see. Um, yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this and that you have felt comfortable with me talking here. I'm excited again. I don't know, I've said it 50 freaking times already, but I really am excited about this. Um, and I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to creating a community with all of you guys. So, without, well, I'll leave things with that. I really appreciate you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Walang Morgulis.